there, this is Joe from SquareXO. I'm joined by Becca and Nick.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a Resident Evil 2 special. This has just been recorded just for you as the embargo breaks. You can probably listen to it on all the usual places. And also we might just embed it in our review as well for fun. Okay, so Nick's been reviewing Resident Evil 2. He was chosen. I don't like scary games.
The chosen one.
So, yeah, just going to talk about it. I probably won't say much because I don't know. I've not even played the demo, but hey, why not? I'll let you take over, Nick, and I'll just occasionally throw something in if I can think of something to say. So off you go.
So there's a little bit of background. I didn't play the original Resident Evil 2. I don't know if either of you two did.
Nope.
No, I've only ever played 7.
See, I started on Resident Evil 4, which was when Leon S. Kennedy came back to the franchise. And I absolutely loved it. I guess partly because I wanted to be Leon S. Kennedy. I had the whole floppy emo hair thing going. It was set in Europe, unlike Raccoon City, America. And Resident Evil 4 kind of broke away from the zombies thing. It was all parasites, brain-controlling parasites that were taking over this small village, I guess the word is not tribe, small village in Spain, which, as someone doing a parasitology degree at the time, I was absolutely in love with. Stuck with the franchise after that. We went from 4 to 5. We ignored 6 because that is the crystal skull of video games. It didn't happen. Resident Evil 7 was the soft reboot, and now this is Resident Evil 2, which is a ground-up remaster of the original Resident Evil 2, set in 1988, September 1988, in Raccoon City, after the Raccoon City disaster of the original Resident Evil game, where Chris Redfield and friends go to the mansion. They see the zombie outbreak, etc., etc. It's what the movie franchise is based on, and it comes back rather than the Resident Evil 7 soft reboot. This is the original franchise.
Okay, so for those of us who are a bit ignorant, i.e. me, what's the actual story about?
So this is Leon S. Kennedy's first day on the job as a rookie cop in Raccoon City Police Department. His first day on the job is a zombie outbreak. Everything has gone to absolute hell, and he basically needs to survive. That's Leon's story, but there's also a second campaign with Claire Redfield, who is someone that you bump into at the beginning of the game, trying to escape a petrol station or gas station in Raccoon City as zombies start trying to chow down on you. The pair of you drive into Raccoon City to find out what the hell's going on. Claire's in search of her brother Chris, who was he's throughout the franchise. He's everywhere, Chris Redfield. He even makes an appearance in Resident Evil 7's soft reboot, where he has a completely different face for no real reason. Have you seen the box art for Resident Evil 5? He's the guy on the front of that.
I've played Resident Evil 5. That's the one I've played, I think.
Cool. That dude, his little sister Claire, is who you play as in Resident Evil 2 if you're playing her story. Interestingly, though, it's one of these things where both characters are running through the world at the same time, doing different things as you would expect. So when you're playing as Leon, which is who I played as first in this, you run into the police station, you do your thing, you run out into the fire escape. This is only say hour into the story, so there's no real spoilers here, but you meet Claire out on the fire escape. If you play as Claire, you run into the station, you meet Leon on the fire escape. So whichever player you're playing as, you're doing the same thing, and the other person takes the kind of the B story, as it were. Interesting thing is that because Leon is a cop, the other cops in the police station treat him differently to when they interact with Claire, who is a civilian. Yeah, sure, she's Chris's little sister and she can handle a gun like the best of them, but they still treat her differently because she's not big, burly, macho cop. And it's really interesting to see the way the two dialogues play out. I won't go any more into the story than that for fear of spoilers, but the story's good. I'm enjoying it.
How is the remake in general? What graphics and in the gameplay? Like, is it quite smooth? Is it good remake?
Yeah. Graphically, it's beautiful. There's been a few bits where people are having a dialogue, and one side of someone's face is so close to the camera, for want of a better term, that it starts going a bit pixelated. I don't know if they're going to patch that at some point. It's not the end of the world. And when things are closer to you than the thing you're focusing on, it is a little bit blurry, but this is like a straight line where you can run a ruler against the blur. So it needs a little bit of work there. But the most impressive thing in this game is not actually the graphics, it's the sound. It's the recording is the binaural recording on this is absolutely perfect. So when you're playing it, 100% absolutely play this with a pair of headphones. Plug it into the bottom of your PlayStation controller, your Xbox controller, whatever console you're playing in. Use headphones because it is so much better than using your TV speakers. It is ridiculously immersive. And it also helps you play the game better because you know where the zombie is coming from. You don't just hear a roar and go, oh shit, I need to turn around and see where this thing is. You hear a roar in your right ear and you go, something's about to bite me on the neck from the right hand side. You know which way to turn, you know which way to shoot. Unfortunately, combat needs a lot of work, but
so it's not perfect anyway.
The game is not perfect, but it is absolutely fantastic. The zombies in this are ridiculous bullet sponges. Even if you shoot them in the head perfectly, you're looking at 5 or so bullets to take down your average zombie. In the first hour, it's like maybe 4 bullets. If you shoot them 3 times and they fall down, put a 4th one in the brain pan because they're going to get back up again. Sometimes if you come back to an area, you'll find that a zombie that you thought was re-dead still has his skull intact, so he's going to get back up and try and chomp you in the face. Every now and again, first bullet to a zombie's head will explode their head. They're not getting up from that. Normal zombie rules apply. Once you destroy the brain, that's fine. But the bullet sponging is quite a pain. Also, there's weapon degradation in this, which is a bit of an issue. Resident Evil games, like all survival horror, ammo conservation is a really important part of it. Unfortunately, your combat knife degrades over time. If you're just slashing at them wildly, it will degrade. If you get attacked by a zombie and they kind of latch onto you, you can tap L1, I think it is, to quickly stab the zombie and throw them off you. You lose the knife when you do that. You've got to then kill the zombie and pull your knife out, which is a fantastic mechanic. But your knife is only good for 3 stabs like that before it breaks. Which,
sounds difficult.
It's very difficult. It's way harder than I expected. I know I'm playing on normal rather than on hardcore mode, which I will eventually play. But so I'll eventually play on hardcore mode, but not right now.
What are you looking forward to about it most, Becca? Because you're going to get it, aren't you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the story really, because I've not played it before. I really enjoyed 7. I loved 7. And after playing the one shot, I am quite excited just to kind of see where it goes really, and kind of get some of the history of, obviously because Redfield shows up kind of in 7. It would be interesting to see kind of the story and that kind of thing. I will agree with the bullet sponge from the one shot. I'll be playing it on easy. I'm not even going to pretend like I won't be. I love horror games, but I am a bit of a wimp, so I'll be playing it on easy with all the lights on, probably hiding behind my controller
without the headphones.
I might, but I don't know. I like playing things with headphones on though. It's like when Hellblade came out, that was so much better with headphones. So if Nick's saying I should play it with my headphones on, I will listen and I will do it. But he might get some angry messages afterwards if it scares me too much.
Yep. Nick, watch out for those.
Yeah. How do you feel about gore, Becca?
I don't mind it. I mean, I played like Evil Within, that kind of stuff. So I gore. It's not the gore. It's the jump scares that get me. Like in the one shot, there was the bit where there was and I knew it was going to happen, but there's the guy hanging, and I was like, he's going to fall down. He's going to fall, and I knew he was going to fall down, but he still did it, and I still screamed.
I jumped when that happened.
Yeah. It's mad that, innit? You all in any game, you always know, or you think, oh, I know
Yeah.
what's going to happen here, and then it happens, and you still jump anyway. That happens in every game. That does.
I was
Funny.
playing it just before I came on to record this. I was eating dinner at the same time. I can say hands down that was a mistake, because if you try and gasp while you're eating food, it doesn't end well for you.
No.
It's I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I highly recommend it to anyone who has the constitution to get through the game.
Yeah, good
It's
stuff.
full of jump scares. It is very gory, and it's amazing.
Okay. Well, don't forget to check out Nick's review. What score did you give it, Nick? You can tell
I
us
haven't
on this
yet. I
spoiler
haven't got
special.
to the
Oh,
end of the.
he's not scored it yet.
I was
As
going
we
to say I'm
record
giving it a
this.
high score, but I'm not going to tell you how high.
You'll
Ooh,
need to read the
mystery.
review then. You'll need to
Yeah.
see. Even though this is a special Resident Evil 2 podcast, you're still going to go and read the review and find out the score. Not that scores matter. Read the words. That's the most important part.
I'm taking a screenshot every probably 2 minutes playing it, because I'm just like, that's really cool. I need to screenshot this. It's
Might go
everything
out
that I
screenshots
hoped it would be.
then.
5
Okay.
days, or well, slightly less than 5 days when this goes live.
Mm.
Tuesday. You'll be listening to this on Tuesday, so it won't be a few days to go. So, okay, check that out. Check out our review. Thanks for joining us once again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.